As you just saw there, it's a special day to celebrate living together in peace. We continue our celebration of Child Month, and I want to remind us of the old adage, children live what they learn. It is my hope today that they are learning from us behaviors that will make them model citizens. Hello and welcome to this edition of Jamaica Magazine. I'm your host, Theodore Henry. Stay tuned.
Jamaica, we want to hear from you, and Manchester, you are our next stop. Join the Ministry of Legal and Constitutional Affairs on the Road to Republic on Wednesday, May 17, 2023 at 5 p.m. at the Mandeville Parish Church Hall. Come and share your views and opinions on Jamaica becoming a republic. Let your voices be heard. That's Wednesday, May 17, 2023 at 5 p.m. at the Mandeville Parish Church Hall. See you there.
Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Tuesday, May 16, 2023. 2 states of public emergency SOEs have been declared for Clarendon, as well as geographical areas in Hanover and St. James. The declaration took effect at 12:01 this morning and will remain in place for the next 14 days. In a press release earlier today, Prime Minister Andrew Holness has said the SOEs are in response to a surge in criminal activities within these areas. As he reaffirmed the state's commitment to safeguarding the lives of innocent citizens, Mr. Holness urged the Jamaicans to share information with the security forces to cauterize crime. In justifying the declaration of SOEs, Commissioner of Police Major General Anthony Anderson revealed that the Clarendon Police Division has seen a 67% increase in murders and a 41% increase in shooting incidents as at May 14, 2023, when compared to the same period last year. Hanover, meanwhile, experienced the highest increase in murders with a 75% rise as at May 2023. And though St. James has witnessed a decline in murders by 27%, the parish still had the highest number of murders and the 4th highest number of shooting incidents across all police divisions. There's a renewed call for urgent international intervention in what's being described as a social, political, and security crisis in Haiti. Prime Minister Andrew Holness and United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres made the appeal during a joint press conference at Jamaica House on Monday. In recent times, Haiti has been in the throes of upheaval with no universally recognized leader, an uptick in violent gangs, as well as severe food and resource shortages. At Monday's media briefing, Mr. Holness bemoaned the sparse action being taken to address the very urgent humanitarian and security situation in Haiti. He urged the global community to partner with CARICOM, which has been expending resources and leading missions to the island.
With greater effort, we can see a breakthrough towards a better and broader consensus towards a solution in Haiti. The inescapable fact, however, is that Haiti needs security support.
The UN Secretary General echoed Mr. Holness's sentiments, revealing that he had sent a proposal to the UN Security Council to support Haiti's security forces in equipment and training. Mr. Guterres, however, conceded that it had been a difficult exercise to mobilize the global community in assisting Haiti.
I want to once again ask the international community to understand that an effective solidarity with Haiti is not only a matter of generosity, is essentially a matter of enlightened self-interest, because the present situation of Haiti reflects a threat to the security of the whole region and further afield.
Also coming out of Monday's press briefing, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres is calling for a reform in the international financial architecture. This restructuring, he says, will update the outdated, dysfunctional, and unfair system and adapt it to the realities of today's global economy. According to Mr. Guterres, the world's economic system is facing a moral, power, and practical problem. He reasons that this serious problem can be viewed in the recent uneven distribution of COVID-19 vaccines. The UN Secretary General also points to what he terms as the unfair treatment meted out to small island developing states like Jamaica, which cannot access debt relief or concessional funds due to their classification as middle-income countries.
Which again is a deep injustice, because small island development states in particular have a high level of vulnerability because of the structure of their economies, because of their geographic location, their size, and because of their enormous the enormous impact they suffer in relation to climate change. So there is a serious moral problem with the international financial system. And there is a power problem.
The joint press briefing formed part of a two-day visit by the UN Secretary General. During his visit, Mr. Guterres held bilateral talks with Prime Minister Holness, addressed UN Jamaica staff, and visited several locations around the island. Minister of Science, Energy and Technology Darrell Vaz wants the country to immediately create a national roadmap to identify actions needed to accelerate the development of a peaceful nuclear energy program. According to Minister Vaz, it is vital for Jamaica to realize the benefits of nuclear energy and pursue this as a national priority. The minister insists that if Jamaica does not join the rest of the world in pursuit of building its own peaceful nuclear energy capabilities, the country will be left behind.
It is important for us to recognize the broader benefits of incorporating a cost-competitive energy source, such as nuclear energy, as our dominant source of energy. The opportunities that it can present in terms of creation of new industries, employment and economic growth, and the overall well-being of Jamaicans can be enormous.
Minister Vaz was making his sectoral debate presentation in the House of Representatives recently. He says reducing the cost of energy in Jamaica will lead to the introduction of new industries supporting employment and economic growth. Approximately 1,500 corporate area residents are now benefiting from the safe and secure community Wi-Fi established by the Universal Service Fund, USF. Prime Minister Andrew Holness officially commissioned the free Wi-Fi service for residents of the Tower Avenue, Coburn Pen, and Penwood communities recently.
The government is interested in ensuring that every Jamaican can get access to the information highway. Because information that you convert to knowledge, that gives you wisdom, is power.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness officially commissioned the free Wi-Fi service for residents of the Tower Avenue, Coburn Pen, and Penwood communities recently. He stressed that government was spending millions of dollars to boost public access to Wi-Fi in urban and high-trafficked areas, as well as communities, as this was critical for Jamaica's development.
As the society moves towards becoming more online, we have to get all Jamaicans online. In the coming weeks and days, I'll be making certain announcements regarding the acceleration of Jamaica's intention to become a fully digital society.
And finally, the St. James chapter of the Lay Magistrates Association of Jamaica, LMAJ, is putting on a marching band festival in the hopes that it will help transform the lives of at-risk youth in and around the parish. The event, which started out as a competition between different bands in 2018, was on hiatus due to the COVID-19 pandemic. In an effort to re-engage and reignite the bands in a way that will benefit the communities, the event coordinators decided a festival to familiarize people with the event was best. The goal is for this endeavor to help stem the scourge of crime and violence among young people, as it gives them an avenue to do something positive with their lives.
So what will happen, and what happens is that when a young man have an issue with another one, that issue is settled before they can even begin to rehearse, before they can even begin to practice. So the band leaders have a tremendous role to play in terms of bringing these young people together and causing them to get along with one another.
The Marching Band Festival will be held at the Catherine Hall Sports Complex on Labor Day, May 23. It begins at noon with activities for the kids until 4 p.m. when the marching band display will commence. There will be a special prize of $50,000 for the best dressed band, and each band will be going home with $100,000 courtesy of the Lay Magistrates Association. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.
Shelter is a basic need. A home, well, it's whatever or wherever you make it. If you're looking to own an abode soon, this next feature is for you. Come, let us help you maneuver the bumps and skids of this worthwhile endeavor.
A review of the NHD's loan limit has been undertaken with the intent of improving the affordability to contributors. As a result, the loan limits will be increased to bring the maximum benefit in closer alignment with prevailing market conditions. Effective July 1, 2023, the general loan limit for a single applicant will be increased to $7.5 million.
I feel that they might try to do something for poor people. It not reach 100%, but it's getting there.
That's a good increase because for persons who are struggling like myself, it can find it a little bit easier.
They might increase the chance people can get for have a house or can have things, isn't it?
Pedestrians reacting to the news revealed by Prime Minister Andrew Holness in Parliament. As the Prime Minister stated, single applicants will go from $6.5 million to $7.5 million. This means two people may access up to $15 million to purchase a home. It's up to $21 million when three family members pull their resources together.
Home ownership is indeed a big deal, and all our loan offerings are geared towards assisting our contributors in becoming homeowners. And so we have mortgages under two broad categories: homeowners loan and non-homeowners loans.
Under the non-homeowners loan, one can purchase a home on the open market, purchase land to build, or you may access funds to build on land you already own.
So for the build on own land loan, you own the land, as the name suggests. You have a title for the property. Or you may not have a title for the property, but you have what is called undisputed ownership. You have documentation that shows that you are the right owner, you're the legal owner of the property.
For the homeowner's loan, this is where an actual homeowner who has never received an NHD loan can borrow money to renovate their home. For those going the route of buying, bear in mind that once you have decided to purchase land or any property, you need to be pre-approved for a loan.
To get a pre-approval letter, you'd be able to do so by supplying us with a job letter that verifies your income and contributions to the NHD. The TRN, if you should have a TRN card, a NIS card, a government issued ID, and your last 2 months pay slips. But if you're self-employed, then you would have to visit our compliance department and request what is called a mortgage memo. This is simply an electronic statement on our system that confirms to the person who will prepare your letter that you are indeed qualified and you have paid all your contributions on time.
So you're ready to buy a property and you're considering an NHD housing scheme. Here's something to consider.
The NHD will, from time to time, offer to its contributors housing solutions for sale. Now, if you want to be qualified for NHD scheme solution, there are two main things that must be considered. One, where you live and work in proximity to the scheme. That's one. And the number of points you would have accumulated over your work life. So the longer you are contributing, the more points you would have accumulated. And for every 52 weeks that you are a contributor, you are awarded 20 points. So that adds up over time.
If you are considering purchasing NHD housing, be sure to keep up to date with their website for all the relevant information. And when you are ready to purchase, be sure you have all your relevant data on hand.
So you're going to want to have on hand records of your employment history. So a person will say to me, Mrs. Smith, I'm ready to apply for my scheme. And I say, how long have you been contributing? And the answer is enough years. No, you need to know when you worked at a particular company and for how many years. Because when you are doing your online application for scheme, you need to be very specific. You worked at Montego Bay Club 2000 to 2010. You worked at Dundee 1985 to 1990. So you have to be very specific.
And for those people who may want to subdivide land and build with other like-minded individuals,
cluster housing has been renamed and rebranded, and it is now called Build 9. Okay, so it's no longer cluster, it's Build 9. So what is Build 9? It is a facility where we allow groups of persons to acquire land, and the NHG will assist with subdivision of the land, splintering of the title, and installation of the infrastructure.
The land must be subdivided into a minimum of 3 lots or a maximum of 9, hence the name Build 9.
It's an opportunity for you to create your own community. So you build the community that you want, you design the community you want, you live with people that you can be happy with and comfortable with.
Sounds good, right?
Well, yeah, of course. Ready, sign me up.
Not so fast.
I want to go through some of the things that persons must bear in mind when they're ready to own a home, or they're going to buy land, or you are going to buy a home, or you're going to build on land that you already own. There are some expenses that you must prepare for. And so a sale agreement, you have to pay for that. You have to pay a valuator to do a valuation report. You have to pay a surveyor to do a survey on the property to ensure that there are no breaches or encroachment. So the property is not on your neighbor property, and the house is not too close to the border, those simple things.
In addition, you need to have the attorney fee, which is usually 3% of the sale agreement and sometimes more. For more information, please contact the National Housing Trust at its corporate office, 4 Park Boulevard, Kingston 5, or give them a call at 876-929-6500-9. Happy house hunting!
Exercise and eating healthy is not just for grown-ups or those who struggle with their weight. Young people, you too have a responsibility to ensure that you take good care of your body. Get up off that couch and go for a walk. And just as important, say no to drugs.
Move it! I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it.
Just like how you want to invest, right? In the future, you save your money because you want to buy a house, you want to buy a car, whatever it is that you want to do, you invest your money. That's the same way you have to invest in your health now, so that later on, you'll be able to see the rewards.
So what makes up an investment in a healthy future? A balanced diet, regular exercise, and staying away from harmful drugs are some elements. A balanced diet helps prevent conditions such as obesity and reduces the risk of heart disease and other illnesses.
A lot of emphasis on fruits and veggies. You guys know your fresh fruits, your apples, oranges, bananas, your vegetables, string beans, carrots, callaloo. You want to have a variety. I always think of colors. Colors are a good guide if you know nothing about nutrition. Whole grain and high fiber. The whole wheat bread is good, your whole wheat pasta, but I really want us to make our diet predominantly our ground food, breadfruit, yams, sweet potato, green banana, plantain. Also our oily fish, such as sardines or salmon or tuna or mackerel. Those are fantastic for our omega-3. Lean meats, that's our chicken, fish, pork. Our dairy, soy milk, regular cow's milk, either which one you want to get your calcium, especially for the growing bones. Also, we want to reduce our sugars, that's mostly seen in our fruit juices or sodas.
Once you've established what a balanced diet looks like, it's important to use the right portions.
Half your bowl of vegetables. Look at the callaloo there, and a quarter of your protein, that's your 2 eggs, and another quarter of your starch, that's your green banana. Or you can go down the bottom, and nothing is wrong with having a little bit of healthy fat. Healthy fat is your avocado pear. Very, very, very good for you. Will help clear your arteries.
You should be exercising 3 to 4 times per week just to maintain. If you want to improve your fitness level, you want to be an athlete, you need to be exercising at least 4 to 5 times per week consistently. All right, in order to maintain your health.
A regular 30-minute exercise regime does not necessarily mean going to the gym. With just a chair, you can do a lot. Warm-up exercises, upper and lower body strengthening, abdominals.
Imagine you're hearing the words of why you're walkless, you're a fool, You come like you walk with pooper, all of these different things. How you gonna feel about yourself? You're gonna feel bad. So what most persons do now is use drugs to feel better about themselves. But the sad truth about this is that the drug don't solve the problem.
Smoking of cigarettes, one commonly used drug, is a contributor to several disorders and cancers.
92% of all oral cancer is caused from smoking tobacco. 82% of all lung cancer is caused from smoking tobacco. Yes, 80 plus chemicals inside of it contribute to gum disease. That's why the teeth change color or they drop out.
Hookah, also known as water pipe tobacco, is no less dangerous. An hour-long smoking session is equal to inhaling smoke from 100 to 200 cigarettes. When it comes to smoking marijuana or ganja, its effect on a teenager is different from an adult smoker. In addition to smoke causing damage to the lungs, it impacts the brain.
Your brain is not yet fully developed. Where the box is, that part of the brain controls the executive function of the body. Weighing risk, consequent, thinking, all of this. How much you know have a friend right now and they must smoke weed? And like they can't reason properly. It's like your friend a change. How much person know somebody know while smoke weed and it's like they get ignorant easy.
Research shows that frequent smoking of ganja from the teenage years into adulthood leads to a significant decline in IQ levels. The dangers of smoking ganja are heightened when unknowingly combined with other ingredients.
Most of you get your weed from your friend them, right? You don't know where your friend them or the shop or anybody or the dealer give you. Because if somebody want to mash up your life, all them have to do is put a lizard tail in it and it done. Or they mix it with cocaine and it done. So you don't know where you are smoke. So that's why I said every time you smoke is like a gamble or a risk.
Then there is grabba, a deadly mix of ganja with tobacco and sometimes with other ingredients.
When it comes to the red herring grabber and the red rose, that's what they call a hot grabber because those are the one with chemicals. How they make the red herring grabber is simple this way. Grabber is tobacco leaf. So what they do is mix the tobacco leaf with the red herring fish. Then wrap it up or they dip the tobacco in the water and let it dry. So when you're smoking that now, you're smoking chemicals from fish, tobacco and ganja.
So, maintain a healthy diet, exercise regularly, and stay away from drugs.
It's Child Month and we want to dote on the little ones as much as we can. But in doing so, we should not forget the ones who find themselves in trouble with the law. Fortunately, the Ministry of Justice has made provisions for these young people, and let's hear more.
Child diversion in the Ministry of Justice is just our way of diverting children who are considered to be troubled, wayward, or children who just come into contact with the justice system, because not every child that comes into contact with the system is a troubled child. So we offer them rehabilitation and an opportunity to get a second chance.
So how do we get to this stage? Consider the scenarios earlier. Those children are now in the custody of the court. In a traditional judicial system, when found guilty, these persons would find themselves behind bars. However, the Ministry of Justice has reconsidered the fate of such individuals and is offering a better solution. But first, the individuals must accept responsibility. Then, they and their victims, along with the court, must agree to the terms of treatment, that is, child diversion. So, if your child is between the ages of 12 and 17, they are eligible. The program, which began in 2020, is guided by the Child Diversion Act, which was passed in 2018, and is supported by other acts such as the Child Care and Protection Act, which speaks to the best interests of children. Some offenses under Schedule 1 of the Child Diversion Act are simple larceny, malicious destruction of property, and having sexual intercourse with a person under 16. However, judges have autonomy to send cases or offenses to the Child Diversion Program at their discretion. Yes, there is hope for our young people who find themselves on the wrong side of the law. But what does that second chance look like?
It will look different for every child. So what happens once they are referred to us, we have offices across the island. So we have 14 offices. They're sent to one of our offices in the parishes, and the child diversion officer in the parish will do an intake assessment, and we ask the child a lot of questions. We also ask the parents questions to get an understanding of what this child is all about and what home life is like, what school is like, and so on. Once we're able to do that, we then craft what we call a treatment program for that child, an individualized program for the child.
After a treatment plan is drafted, it will need the approval of the Child Diversion Committee. Once approval is given, treatment will commence.
A child might be referred to the program for simple larceny, but when they come to us, we realize that they're using drugs, their educational level is not where it should be. The intervention that is provided will be geared towards not only the simple larceny, but also the other interventions that that child might need. So we might have to refer them to, let's say, the National Council on Drug Abuse, so they might be able to get drug abuse treatment and counseling.
And what about that boy in scenario 2? What hope is there for him?
These children come to us. They might be A students in school. They might be actively participating in sports, other activities, but they are, for whatever reason, they decided to try and they were caught having sexual intercourse. They referred to us. For a child like that, that comes to the child diversion program, the aim of the program is not to punish them, but it's to ensure that they get the adequate information about the actions that they're taking, how it can affect them, how it can affect others. So it's not a case where, oh, because they're caught committing this offense, that their lives should be over. So child diversion basically provides them an opportunity to, you know, when you were in basic school and you had that eraser, or primary school, to just erase that mistake and rewrite it in a more positive way. I just want parents or guardians to know that child diversion, the program itself, is here to help our young people develop, and it's here to help them develop in a positive way. So don't consider it punishment, or even if it is, it's not one that is so final that this child cannot go into adulthood without leaving that simple mistake that they made as a child behind.
Jamaica, we want to hear from you, and Manchester, you are our next stop. Join the Ministry of Legal and Constitutional Affairs on the Road to Republic on Wednesday, May 17, 2023 at 5 p.m. at the Mandeville Parish Church Hall. Come and share your views and opinions on Jamaica becoming a republic. Let your voices be heard. That's Wednesday, May 17, 2023 at 5 p.m. at the Mandeville Parish Church Hall. See you there.
Hurt people hurt people. This is something we should keep in mind when we think of our children. If they are the future, and we know they are, what kind of life are we setting them up to lead when we hurt them? Something to think about. We have come to the end of another magazine program, and should you want a recap of today's show or any other program, please visit our website at www.jis.gov.jm. Until next time, I'm Theodore Henry. Please take care of our children.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.